Hi, my name is Slacks, and today we're going to figure out if we can live on the terminal. But what does living on the terminal mean exactly? Well, according to Google, to live means to remain alive, or make one's home in a particular place with a particular person, or supply oneself with a means of subsistence. What the fuck does subsistence mean? Which is the action or fact of maintaining or supporting oneself at a minimum level. So first, we're going to start by defining some minimum needs that the average person needs nowadays out of the internet and their computer. So first and foremost, if you have an internet connection and a computer, you have to be able to browse the web. You have to be able to search for information, go on Wikipedia, etc. So today, to browse the internet, we're going to be using eLinks. eLinks is essentially a text-based browser completely in the terminal. When you open it, you're asked to enter a URL. So why don't we start by going to Wikipedia? In here, let's go down to the search bar and let's look up Linus Torvalds. Let's see section 1.2, Linux. The first Linux prototypes were publicly released on the internet in late 1991 from an FTP server at his university. Nice. Next, I want to see what happened last night in the NHL. So let's go over to Plain Text Sports. This website displays scores, standings, and a lot of other information for a bunch of sports leagues, and it's text first, which is great. So if we scroll down, go over to last night, we can see the Florida Panthers beat the Washington Capitals 5-2. Let's see how the Florida Panthers are doing. And we go over to the standings. We can see my Florida Panthers are not doing so great. We just won 2 championships back to back, but we're down in the second to last place in the Atlantic. Not great, but we'll bounce back. Next, let's see if we can just look up general information. So if we go over to duckduckgo.com, let's search for the first computer virus. Timeline of computer viruses and worms. Creeper, the world's first computer virus. The virus that started it all. Meet Creeper, the first computer virus. Maybe I'll make a video on this Creeper computer virus someday. Next is email. You have to be able to send emails to friends, family, loved ones, and even for work. So today we're going to use Aerc to view and send emails. But first I want to give a shout out to Benny Boy and Relma for putting me onto Aerc. I've been using it for a couple days now, and I love it. Make sure to leave a comment if there's any terminal apps you think I should try next. So when you launch Aerc, you'll be asked to enter some account information. From there, you can see your entire inbox. I have over 25,000 unread emails. I'll probably never get to the bottom of that. You send an email by clicking M. Here you can specify the receiver and the subject line. So I'm just going to send a message to my girlfriend real quick. And what's great is the text editor is Vim. So you use Vim motions and Vim commands. Once you save and quit from the email, it gives you a bunch of options. So I'm going to hit Y for send. And just like that, I send an email. Next is music. Everyone knows you can't lock in if you can't listen to some tunes. So as a longtime Spotify user, I use Spotify Player whenever I want to listen to music on the terminal. Here I'm greeted with all the playlists and albums that I've made. I can also move around by hitting G. That pops up shortcuts that I can access. So for example, if I hit S, that takes me to the search page. So let's play a song. Let's do some no copyright music. Whew. Sorry about that. Next is social media. As you may know, it's really difficult for our generation to go without social media, so that's a must. So we're going to be using Reddit. To browse Reddit on the terminal, we can use Tuir, and this greets us with the front page. On here, we can see news, a bunch of different articles. We can also change our feed. So if we want to see the top posts of all time, we totally can. We can also sort by controversial, and we can go to specific posts to read the comments. I'd say this definitely satisfies our itch for social media. And next, video games. If you can't play video games, then your system is not complete. You absolutely need to be able to blow off some steam by playing some video games. So if you haven't checked out my terminal video games video, I definitely recommend it. A lot of the comments recommended Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. So today we're going to play it. It's essentially a roguelike that plays completely on a terminal. The goal is to explore the dungeon, collect loot, and just try to survive as long as possible. The game is really fun, and I appreciate you guys recommending it. And finally, number 7 is watching YouTube. I don't know about you guys, but watching YouTube is an absolute must for me. The first way is using MPV, which is a command line media player. If I use MPV and type in my YouTube video, you'll see my video about terminal video games start to play. There's also another way. Using the terminal browser Browse, we're able to browse the internet with JavaScript and CSS working. So it's like links, but it supports all modern websites. If we hit Control-L, we open the address bar, and here we can type in youtube.com, and we can fully interact. We can search for our video, and once we click on the video, we'll see we're able to play our video. This is honestly one of the coolest browsers I've ever used on the terminal and is extremely featureful. So that brings us to a close. My verdict is you can do anything you would want to do on a computer on the terminal. Now, I will say it doesn't come without its challenges. However, if there isn't an application already out there for it, you can make it yourself. Let me know what you guys think. My name is Slacks. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day.